Humans are unique in the aspect of play can be a defining feature of who we are, and that's what this new series of mine is all about. These videos won't be a review, but taking a deep dive into a certain topic that I enjoy. And since it was my most popular video I ever made on TikTok, let's see if the YouTube algorithm likes it just as much. I've mentioned it in passing so much in my videos, you know it. You miss it. Today, we're playing with BIONICLE. I'm Shin DMG, and welcome to Playcast. If you were a child of the early 2000s, BIONICLE was a big part of your childhood, whether it was the games, the movies, or the sets themselves. And it's my humble opinion that it peaked during the time of these right here, the Piraka. And before we get into actually playing with these here, let's get some background on this line in particular. We all remember the commercial for the BIONICLE, the rain, the lightning, the chain-linked fence, and our heroes breaking in to free the band.
Chart-topping rock group, the All-American Rejects, is feared to be lost at sea. Sailing aboard chartered luxury cruiser, the Rock Yacht 3, lost radio contact when the ship neared an unknown island. Sources tell us the band was allegedly captured by the evil Piraka.
The evil Piraka have captured the band. They're forcing them to play private concerts. They need your help.
Yes, the All-American Rejects need your help, and all they need is your parents' credit card. The marketing was next level. It always was with BIONICLE, but this was the most iconic by far. It's just a perfect time capsule of that era. As far as the toys themselves, I like the BIONICLE, but they were never my favorite Toa. But the villains hold a special place in my heart. Enter the Piraka, and I love these idiots. While their commercial wasn't as hyped, it was still iconic. The song gets stuck in your head. There was just something so special about these. I remember I was so bummed as a kid because I only got one of them before the line was discontinued. And we went to a Kmart, my mother and I dug through the shelves and tucked away all the way in the back, opened up. But I didn't care at all, was a Piraka. And I've struggled my entire life to find any amount of joy that tops that.
What the f*** is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing, dear. Along with the toys came a video game that would stick with me for the rest of my life. BIONICLE Heroes, made by the team that brought you LEGO Star Wars. This was the best BIONICLE games ever got, really. Probably the best they'll ever be. Rest in peace. Masks of Power. It was a third-person arena shooter with some good slapstick comedy. Very kiddie, but very fun. A ton of characters across several generations of BIONICLE, and had a killer soundtrack, which I'm sure I edited into the background of this whole video. Now, it's time to play. And while I'm building these, I'm not going to give any commentary because I want you to just experience what it's like to play with these vicariously through this video. The building process is simple, satisfying, and forever engraved in my memory. Something I didn't think about as a kid was the Frankenstein-style bolt in the head. Great attention to detail there. The eyes are supposed to light up, but these batteries have been long dead, and I'm too lazy to replace them for this video. Sue me. These have such a striking and recognizable design. The rubber spines being the big standout here. Each one is unique in its design, but not in its build, or its posability. We have a ball joint here, 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 ball joint here. Nothing amazing, somewhat limited due to the previously mentioned rubber spines. These hold such a special place in my heart, and I'll always love these batch of idiots. But we're not done yet. We have 3 we'll be taking a look at today. It's time for our second build. I'll speed it up a little bit this time. Here's another point I wanted to bring up, and that's the packaging on these. For one, I love that there's a reusable container. They just don't do it like that anymore. But there's also so much attention to detail where it's not necessary, but I appreciate. When the light up eyepiece isn't in use, it can go right here, and it was a great little try me gimmick. The mask is also removable, and there's even 2 small spaces on either side of the lid for the Xamorph spheres. The spheres were one of the best projectile gimmicks Bionicle ever did. They're big and vibrant enough to where you won't lose them. Alright. Time for round 3. And this one's my favorite of the bunch. Speed run this time. The red one 90% of the time will always be the coolest one. But you know what's even cooler? Back in the day, LEGO encouraged you to get multiple sets because they combined into some colossal monstrosities. Sit back and relax as we bring all of these to life. And here we have it. Each of them are just an abomination, some of which look great, but just fall apart, and others are just pure horror. I had to improvise some details due to me not having all the sets that were necessary, but for the most part, I made do just fine. Color differences mostly, but this one I just got lazy and didn't have the other half of the instructions, so I created this monster. But that's kind of the point of Bionicle and LEGO as a whole. You can do whatever you want, and use your creativity to make whatever you want. But I love that these sets include the incentive to collect more than one. I feel like you just don't see this nowadays. Bionicle is something so special, and it's something that I want back so badly, but I just don't think it's gonna happen in a way that can satisfy me. They brought it back with a free with purchase set, using the LEGO brick building system, but it just didn't hit home with me. Maybe I've been low in this, but just give me Bionicle using Technic parts or give me death. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, give this video a thumbs up. There's plenty of other Bionicle topics I'd like to discuss. A big contender, something I'd be interested in doing, is doing a video reviewing every single Bionicle video game for Game Boy. I'd also like to do a part 2 with the Piraka, or talking about all of the movies would be fun as well. If any of that interests anyone, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.